Dang it.
What? Do you have to start another one?
Yep. Yeah, so
Why didn't we
first...
just use the computer?
Because I had to turn the camera off on the computer earlier, trying to get the GoPro to work. Hang on. Alright.
Oh, hey! Hi, Jody!
Hi, Jody! Alright, so I guess people are starting to come over. So earlier, I was busy editing a video on the computer, and so I figured I'd just take a moment on the computer and schedule the live, and I did that, and then come to find out,
Hi, Charlene.
when we tried to log in on our cell phone to use it as our camera, the live wasn't there. It was on the computer, but it wasn't on here, and our webcam on the computer is not that great. I had turned it off earlier trying to get our GoPro to work because it's a pretty good camera, and I could not figure out how to get it to work with our computer as like a webcam. So I know it's possible, I just can't figure it out. But anyway, now I learned that I can't schedule it on the computer if I plan to use the phone.
Which she already knew.
Yeah, but it's been a really long time since I made that mistake, so I just had to remind myself that I guess you can't do that. So tell Wiley he's going to have to learn to behave himself on Fridays. He's always good. Let's see, that's what he said in the other chat. Now I gotta close this one. So that I gotta... sorry, y'all.
Jen got all kinds of confused.
I did. Alright.
Guys, just so you know, if I'm not quite as talkative as I normally am, I'm not feeling all that great today, so bear with me. I'm hoping, I'm praying. Our neighbor had COVID, and I had to go pick him up and take him to Lowe's yesterday, day before yesterday, last day or two, and I'm hoping that he didn't get me sick.
You better not be sick.
But I'm definitely not feeling the greatest.
Yeah.
Hi, Paul. Welcome. We seen you over on the other one, but...
Right. Thank you, Paul. Alright. Now I'm going to switch back to my channel so that we can help you with your watch hours, Wiley.
And then on top of that, guys, Jen crushed some of my dreams today, so I'm not feeling all the greatest anyway. So
yeah, I told him he couldn't buy a new trailer. While I agree, we could use a new trailer, but we don't need the extra payment right now. So
yeah.
Especially not when you're talking like $600, $700, $800 a month. That's stupid high. So, can you see that? Okay.
Yeah, barely. But,
all right.
Oh, I'm me too, Jody. Me too. Because if I've got it, everybody in the house is going to be getting it. Because but I really don't think that's what it is. But I've had a headache. And my stomach's been bothering me for a while now, for probably, I don't know, a month or so. And
I think I'm feeding him too many bell peppers.
Something's aggravating my stomach really bad.
Yeah. You mean you threw out them chocolate underwear? Yeah, I hope Wiley starts feeling better soon, too. He's got to go to Missouri on Monday.
I've got to go to Missouri on Monday. And, so, yeah.
Yeah, I pray no flu, Wiley.
Right. Thanks, Elaine.
Ever since I found out the neighbors had COVID, I started taking apple cider vinegar drink once or twice a day. And so I'm really hoping I don't get sick.
But she's been trying to get me to take the apple cider vinegar drink also. But we're not 100% sure what's causing my stomach problems right now.
Right.
So I'm trying to cut out as much stuff as I can to get my stomach to calm down, and we'll see. And I'm afraid that the apple cider vinegar is
Too acidic.
too acidic and going to mess my stomach up more or whatever.
So yeah, we
Whoops.
oops. I told you guys on our Wednesday live that I'd be editing a video to get out, and I hope to have it out today, but it's almost an hour long, and I've put a lot of hours into it. And so I hope to have it out. I think I'm gonna do a premiere at 3 p.m. tomorrow.
Orange squash with boiled water and some honey. I'll have to look into that.
Orange squash, is that like a butternut squash? Aren't they orange?
I don't know.
We like, oh. Hi, Steve. How
Hi,
are you?
Steve.
Yeah, thanks, Jody. Everybody, please hit that thumbs up button.
Yep.
23 people and only 8 thumbs ups, I see.
Yeah, like I said, it's not really anything other than just I've got a headache, and I've been having some serious
indigestion.
I don't know if you'd call it acid reflux or what, but yeah, it's been really, really bad for a while now.
It's good for your throat. Orange cordial.
Not
sure what that is either.
Yeah, I don't either. We'll have to look that up.
Yeah.
I did take some medicine shortly before we got on here, so hopefully my headache is, lightens up enough that I'll be okay.
Hey, Dot, how are you?
Hi, Dot.
I have a lot to talk about, but I can't tell you about it. Because it'll come out in our video tomorrow. Pat had it last year in November.
Yeah, our neighbors both went through it. His wife got it. She works in public.
She works with kids. She works with
kids.
Special needs kids.
And she brought it home, and then he got it. And like I said, I don't even think he's over it yet, but I had to give him a ride to Lowe's the other day. And so, Cece, if you come on here and you watch this, it's all your fault if I get sick.
You're going to make him feel bad. Steve, I don't know if we have orange or lemon squash here. I want to say I've seen seeds for it through my favorite seed company, but I don't think that I've ever
seen it in the grocery store or anything.
But we don't shop at fancy grocery stores either.
No.
Looking forward to the video. Thanks, Sean.
Hey, Tony.
I think I'm going to schedule it for 3 p.m. tomorrow afternoon.
She has literally been working on it nonstop for ever since we got off our live the other day. Well, even before that. I think she was already working on it before that. But the Wednesday night live, I think she's been pretty much working on it nonstop ever since.
Which, I mean, I have to stop a couple times throughout the day to make something to eat for the kids. I've also got kids in the background a lot of times either arguing or doing their homework or doing chores or fighting with each other. And so they're a constant distraction. I don't have an office space. We just have our dining table or our bedroom, and that's it.
It's not a seed, but a liquid juice mixed with water.
Huh.
Is he talking about just orange juice?
I don't know. Jody says, YouTube is messing with the pages on the channels. They're combining several pages on the home page. Take time to investigate the changes. Yes. YouTube is making a lot of changes, and I think they even did away with the About page.
Really?
I think so, yeah.
I ain't noticed it.
Yes, Wiley.
Orange juice. Okay, well, the thing about that is I can't drink orange juice. I've never been able to drink orange juice.
He loves
because
it.
I absolutely love the orange juice, but it aggravates my stomach something fierce. I cannot drink orange juice. I don't know why.
I drink as much orange juice as our budget will allow, which isn't a lot.
So I think I've told you guys before. Of course, there's plenty of other people on here now, and I don't know who we've told or not. But previously in my life, every car I drove, every room in my house, I had it in my pockets. I had to carry Rolaids or Tums with me everywhere. I had to have access to them all the time. And I probably eat, 8 or 10 Rolaids a day because of my stomach. When Jen and I got together, up until just here in the last couple of months, I haven't had a Rolaid. I haven't had stomach issues. It's been absolutely fantastic. But for some reason, I think she's trying to poison me. Because in the last couple of months, my stomach has started acting up really bad again.
And that's why I said earlier that I think I'm feeding him too many bell peppers, or too much bell peppers, because it's something that I like a lot. And the recipes I've been making lately have bell pepper in it.
And bell pepper is one of the things. So I've never eaten the red and yellow bell pepper. And we found out a while back that I like the taste of the red and yellow bell pepper a lot better than I do the green. So green is all I've ever eaten. And it's, yeah, you're probably right. I think that was Charlene Stress. You're probably right. But anyway, so we switched over to buying the red and the yellow bell pepper, and she's been using a lot of it. But the green bell pepper has always been another really bad thing in my stomach. And it tears my stomach up. So.
Yeah. I especially like roasted red bell pepper.
Yeah.
No Parts Garage.
Hey,
Hi,
Mike.
Mike. How are you? So now I have to start cooking. I don't know. I can't really think of much else that we've changed. We're gonna
Right, Paul. Right. I try to convince her of that all the time, but she won't listen.
He does. He tells me he's not a rabbit, but at the same time he likes salad. So
yeah.
I'm doing good. Hope y'all are doing good too. Yeah, we're doing pretty good.
Yep.
Yeah, we took a trip to Arkansas earlier this week. What was it, Tuesday? Yeah, it was Tuesday that we went. Mm-hmm. Yep, and we will be planning a trip probably the first week or second week after Thanksgiving to go camp for a few days so that we can actually get some work done over there.
Try to get some work done over there.
Yep.
Yep. Try to do some clearing and things like that.
But it's 3.5, 4 hours away, and I mean, if you travel in the same day, you've only got a few hours to work. So once you hit your stride, it's time to call it a day and drive home.
Especially with these short days.
Right.
Yeah.
And we have to take the tractor and stuff. And so if we're going to have the added cost of making the trip to tow the tractor, then we're going to have to stay there a couple days to actually make it worth it.
Hey, I'd be good with a potatoes and broccoli diet.
We actually have a book that's called Potatoes, Not Prozac.
Yeah.
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 So I guess they're good for your mental health too. I mean, I know when I eat Wiley's mashed potatoes, it makes me awful happy. But no, we're definitely gonna have to switch our diet up a little bit, which wouldn't hurt anyway because I've packed on quite a few pounds and my knees hurt and we went on a hike and I couldn't breathe.
You'll see that in the video coming tomorrow. I think.
So.
Did you tell them it's going to be a premiere?
Yeah, I'm gonna schedule it as a premiere tomorrow at 3. Yeah. YouTube says that 3 o'clock is the best time for us to post on a Saturday, so that's what time it's gonna be.
Yeah, that's right, Mike. And getting out of here before sunrise ain't gonna happen. So it's usually noon by the time we get there.
And then it gets dark at like 5.
Yeah.
5:30 maybe.
I mean, it's noon if we're lucky by the time we get there, especially if we're taking all the kids. Getting everybody all rounded up and all the kids rounded up and Jen rounded up and all it don't happen quick.
Yeah, I know. Yes, he does, Paul. It I don't know. There's like a stick of butter per like pound and a half, 2 pounds of potatoes.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. And then enough milk to make it creamy, and then salt and pepper, and that's all he puts in it. And oh, it's so good. How many children do we have? We have 9.
Altogether.
Altogether. 5 of them live at home still.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we have a 19-year-old, an 18-year-old, 14-year-old, a 12-year-old, and an 8-year-old that still live at home. Yeah, that's the mash from heaven right there. It sure is. I think it's why I have a double chin now, because I didn't have a double chin when me and Wiley met. Hey, Sheila, how are you?
Hey, Sheila.
Hours to unpack tools,
Oh,
work
hey.
for an hour, and an hour to load up.
Is that
Exactly.
Devin and Ryan?
Oh, hey, Devin and Ryan, how are you guys?
Hi, guys.
I haven't seen them in a while. So I'm going to go ahead and give y'all a little shout out because
Right, Mike.
Devin and Ryan are long lost biological brothers. They didn't know each other till they were adults. And they live in, I think they live in Texas, but they bought property in southern Oklahoma. And their 2 families are developing the property. But they have a really, really incredible story. Like a Hallmark type story, guys.
Yes, very much so.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, guys, since you're on here, did I know y'all was talking with I can't even think of her name now. I had it in my head and I lost it. The girl that does the interviews.
Does the interviews for what?
Golly, I guess I never should have opened my mouth.
Yeah.
Is it Pretty and Pooch?
Oh, yeah. Pretty and Pooch, right. Mm-hmm.
What's her channel name?
I think it's Pretty and Pooch.
No. It's she's got that channel where she just does the interview things.
Right.
Anyway.
What is her name, guys? Do you know? Pooch at Full Blown Country, his wife's channel.
Devin and Ryan was supposed to be on there
I think,
last time we had talked to them.
Yeah, No Judgment with Tish Ross. That's what it is.
That's it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Lindley Okie says, Tony, tell Angie hello. Tell Angie hello for us, too.
Yep, that's exactly right. No Judgment with Tish Ross.
Hey, Petrus, how are you?
Hi, Petrus. But anyway, yeah, they were supposed to be on there.
We were on with her. It was a great interview.
Wow, I'm gonna have to go behind and find that then.
Right.
Because yeah, I'd like to see that. I missed it, I guess, but I'm definitely going to be going and looking for it.
You know, guys, like when you get in a groove making dinner, you just kind of start to make the same old things. Well, it seems like the same old things lately are making Wiley not feel good. So now I have to come up with new things. And it just takes longer when you're not
Last
cooking
night,
somewhere
guys,
something that's familiar.
Let me tell you something. Last night, she cooked. We put chicken on the grill and just smoked some chicken.
Without any seasoning at all.
No seasoning at all on it. And she cooked, really, I can't even think tonight.
Quinoa.
Mm-hmm. And then just cut up some tomatoes and onions and spinach, and that was absolutely did you season any of that?
No, I cooked the quinoa and chicken broth though. But other than that, it had no seasoning.
Totally amazing, guys. And my stomach didn't bother me at all last night. But then all of a sudden, when I got my headache today, it started bothering me again. I don't know what's
Mm.
going on, but
Maybe it's not my cooking after all.
hence the milk. It helps.
Mike said when I did construction, an hour and a half drive to work, 10 to 12 hour work days, then an hour and a half drive home. Then for long days, yes.
I worked for Do It Construction Company out of Edmond, Oklahoma whenever I was younger, and that's, yeah, you're exactly right. Most of the time, I would just stay there all week and come home on the weekends.
I worked at the post office, and there was days that I would work super long days like that too. I'd be out past dark delivering mail, and I was scared to death. In some of those neighborhoods, to walk up on a porch in the dark, they don't have any lights on. They can't tell that you're the mail person and not someone coming to rob them. And I've had a gun pulled on me a couple times as a postal worker delivering in the dark. And especially during the holiday season, I do not ever... I feel so bad for the postal workers that have to work through the holiday season. It's awful.
Jody Beef, Broccoli, and Rice, she's actually done that quite a bit lately. Of course, there's a couple of other things added in there, I think.
I did fried rice instead of just white rice.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And then I did a beef, mushrooms, and broccoli.
But every time she does something like that, it makes me think Chinese food. So I have to use soy sauce, and I'm not so sure that the soy sauce ain't bothering my stomach. I don't know. So I'm cutting everything out.
He's just going to have to become a rabbit. I'm just going to hand him a vegetable tray and say, here's your breakfast, your lunch, and your dinner. Would you be okay with that?
I don't know.
You want to go juice diet instead?
Yeah, sure. As long as the juice don't mess with my stuff. Don't put any orange juice in it. So anyway, we started talking about it. We've been talking about it for a couple of weeks now, and they finally called us this morning that I've got to make a trip to Sikeston, Missouri, and pick up a crew cab dually Dodge pickup and bring it back down to Shawnee for the bank. It's a repo, but it's at Copart Salvage Auction up in
So
Sikeston,
he's not
Missouri.
pulling up to someone's house.
Yeah, no, it's not that kind of repo. It's I would assume what you would call a voluntary repo because it's actually already been given to Copart Salvage Auctions up in Sikeston, Missouri. So I'm going to be making a trip up there. I'm assuming probably leaving out Monday and be back home on Tuesday. So we'll see how that goes. Finally get to do a real job with my truck.
Sheila said she lives close to there.
Oh, really? Awesome.
Oh, okay, there's the interview with Tish, the link.
Oh, awesome. Okay.
Unfortunately, Wiley gets to make this road trip without me because it's short notice and we don't have a babysitter.
Yeah.
So our 18 and 19-year-olds are technically adults, but they don't really act like adults.
Well, Dayton ain't around long enough.
Yeah, Dayton's gone all the time. He's got a car, and so he's here to sleep. Sometimes
She's 10 miles away from Sikeston.
we hear him come in the middle of the night sometimes.
Yeah.
He's really, we don't see a whole lot of him.
And he really just started staying out here
Right.
in the last month.
Yeah. 2 months maybe.
Yeah.
But anyway, he hasn't been here that long. Oh no, poor Wiley is going to have so much fun or so much peace on the road without you.
Yeah.
Just for that, I'm just gonna have to blow up his phone. Just send him stupid memes. Call him every 10 minutes. Are you there yet? Are you there yet? Are you coming back yet?
Tony, I did. I was working on my Uncle John's truck yesterday, and I got your text, and then I totally forgot to text you back. But it's pretty much whenever you're ready.
Just not Monday or Tuesday.
Yeah, I'll be gone Monday or Tuesday. But pretty much just whenever you're ready, let me know.
Monday he'll be on his way to Missouri, and Tuesday he'll be on his way back.
So since Jen's not going to let me buy my new trailer, I'm going to have to get the sawmill set up front and start cutting some wood to get the floor fixed on my trailer that I have. Eat at Lampert's. I've actually eat there before. It's been a long time ago whenever I was driving a truck. But yeah, it's a pretty cool place to go.
Do I have headaches with all this hair? No, because it's like super fine.
It is very, very thin.
And fine. I mean, if I don't wear it just right, like you can totally see my scalp. I look like I'm going bald. It's awful. I mean, I guess I can have long hair and it's not heavy because it is so thin, but I'm really limited how I can style it because it just looks awful because I just have really thin hair.
Oh, wow. Devin said Ryan and I are spending the weekend out of town with our sister celebrating. Well, maybe not be Devin, but.
By going to a concert.
And this is the first time the kids are going to stay at home alone.
Oh!
Wow.
Ours have stayed at home alone before. Well, the older ones have. Lily usually goes everywhere with us, or she goes to a babysitter.
Yeah, you see that? See that? Paul's taking care of me.
Oh, what?
So that's terrible, Jen. Too many accidents are caused by idiots answering text messages.
I know.
Wait a minute. Maybe he's calling me an idiot because I'd be answering your text message.
Yeah, right.
Is that what it is, Paul? You calling me an idiot?
Now you can see your messages on your computer in your car.
Yeah, right.
Oh, wait, I wasn't supposed to talk
Oh, yeah, shh.
Sorry, I've got another video to edit for this channel when I'm done with the one I'm working on. But I probably won't start working on it till tomorrow, but it should be a much shorter video, so it shouldn't take me nearly as long.
Well, Sheila, is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Your hair must be much thicker than mine, Lynn.
Yeah. Thanks, Paul. Thanks.
Yeah, because I might have missed it.
Oh, she said it's a good thing.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Good, good.
I like the way you look.
Huh.
Oh, look. I put my foot on there.
Somebody asked how your back was doing earlier, and I forgot.
Oh, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. My doctor gave me 6 more weeks of physical therapy, so. But I feel pretty good. I actually feel better on the days that I do my physical therapy than on days that I don't. But I need to get in the habit of doing it more at home.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, but he has passed on. That's so sad.
Oh, sorry, Sheila. I don't even know what to talk about, guys. I'm just not feeling it right now, and not even sure what to talk about.
Like I said, I have lots to talk about, but I can't tell you right now.
We'll discuss all that on the premiere tomorrow.
Yeah.
So y'all don't forget to go over and check out I'm Out and Home and wait on that premiere tomorrow.
Yeah, because we talk about some interesting things. There is just to give you a preview, we got to our property and found out something's wrong. So you'll have to go watch it to see what that is.
Yeah.
It's something that could possibly cost a lot of money to fight. So, yeah.
Yep.
I got scared in the local store last week. Some woman started
Paul, whenever I was running the wrecker before I met Jen, whenever I was running the wrecker, I kept my head shaved with a razor. And I don't know why. I guess because from the time I was 18 to now, I keep it shaved. And I can't tell you how many times I've been sitting in a restaurant or I'd be at the casino, or there's just no telling where I would be, and I would feel some woman's hand rubbing around on my head, and just random strangers walk by and start rubbing my head. I'm like, wow. Anyway, yeah.
Then you're right. He has a brush, but then he leaves it in the car, or the kid steals it.
Yeah, the kids steal it.
Lily's
I can never find it. Never.
Lily's the worst, and it's funny because it's like a fight to get her to brush her hair, and then when she finds a brush, it's usually Wiley's.
Okay, Tony, that'll work.
Yeah.
Juice is on the way. You didn't have to do that, Jody. Thank you.
We love you, Jody. Thank you so much. So yeah, I gotta think about what we're doing for dinner.
Of course, I have gotten pretty bad about lately going way too long in between, trimming my beard up and shaving my head, and I've just, you know how things get. And
I fell in love with him, and now he's let himself go, guys.
Yeah.
So you're such a hothead. Wiley's definitely not. I don't think I've ever really seen him mad.
Even my ex-boss, trucking company I used to drive for, his wife, Odessa, I love her to death. I love her and my boss, Jimmy, to death. And Odessa, every time she would see me, that's the first thing she would do is reach up and start rubbing my head. And, most of the time, I was working in the shop when she would see me, so I'd be super sweaty. Oh. And I can't believe she would do that.
She said she's making barbecue chicken.
Ah.
My dad accidentally used my cat's brush for years. And they think it's a baby butt.
Yeah.
Except now he wears hats, and most of the hats he's had the last couple of summers have been like the mesh back ones. And so when he takes his hat off, you can see where the lines and the
I have a big cross on the back of my head back here.
And then if there's a hole in the back of it where it buttons, there's a tan line there too. His forehead's all red from down here and white up that way. He doesn't like to not wear a hat anymore.
Yeah, I went for a long time when I was running the record and never wore a hat, but I don't even know what got me back to wearing a hat, but anyway.
Gary's?
I guess.
I bet. Because you were wearing his hats when we met.
Yeah, because it was just him giving me the free hats and I felt obligated to wear them.
Yeah, because he had to order special hats for your big head.
Yeah.
27 people and 29 thumbs ups, guys. At least that's what that says. It says 30 on the computer. I don't know which one's right. I'm going to have to make Wiley something really bland for dinner. Like, you can have white rice.
Yeah, no. I mean, with a little milk and butter, it's okay. A little sugar.
Uh-huh. I mean, if that's what you want. Lynn said she wears hats, although not in the house. No hints for tomorrow? Well, hints are that something's wrong.
Yeah.
And that we have a plan to move forward.
Right.
That's it. We went on a hike and I almost died.
She didn't
for
almost
lack
die.
Of breathing. I couldn't breathe, and my boots were my boots are cowboy boots with leather soles, so they don't have traction. They don't have tread. And going up with all those slick leaves that had fallen on the side of that hill, and our grade on our hill is like steep, and I had to walk up it sideways, and I felt like I was going to slide and fall down the hill.
So, Paul, I actually done that the opposite one time. So before Jen and I got together, I was really big into the mud bogs. And I've always had a big four-wheel drive and done the mud bog thing and going and playing in the mud and all that stuff. And there was one year that, right out of the gate, the first thing in the morning that morning, we hit a big mud hole, and I had chunks of mud all over me. And throughout the day, I burned real bad. And then whenever I took a shower, I looked like there was something way wrong because I had white spots all over.
Is the well plan okay? Actually, we weren't able to meet with the guy, so that's gonna have to be another time.
Yep, he wasn't going to be there. He wasn't going to have time to be there whenever we was there. But it looks like
it might be.
It's going to be pretty darn close to when we move over there, or it may be even just a little bit after when it happens. But it looks like scheduling is going to work out to where it's going to be, around that time. So
probably springtime.
We might even have to haul a little bit of water in totes for a little while. For a few weeks or a month or so. I don't know.
The last time we talked to him, he did say that he was behind schedule and that it was going to be at least a few months. So
yeah.
Must be an English thing.
What?
He said, Steve, must be an English thing, LOL. What did Steve say?
I missed something.
Oh, yes, Paul, I had to listen twice.
So anyway, yeah.
Yeah,
it's fine. It's not like we need it right now. And I mean, it's obviously taken care of. So, there's no worries.
It would be a bigger deal if we were living there and waiting on water, but we're not going to be there for a few months anyway.
Yeah.
So as long as he gets it done, as long as he can get it done, within around the time that we move, then I'm happy with that. He's an old man that just kind of works when he can, and there aren't a lot of guys in that area. I haven't found anybody else in the area, actually.
Sheila, we're going to be moving to Boonville, Arkansas.
And Lynn asked how many kids are going with us. 4 of them.
4 of the kids will be going with us, yeah.
So the 8, the 12, the 14, and the 18-year-old.
Well, Steve actually probably will be using his water to fill up our totes if needed. It just depends on when we actually get moved over there and when he is able to schedule to get the well done. It might be before we get there. It might be after we get there. We'll just have to see, I guess. Mm-hmm. And that all depends really for us on weather. When the weather starts straightening up, we'll be there, and he may have it dug by then. He may not. We don't know.
Whenever the nights start getting above freezing is when we'll be moving.
But so. Is what I was going to say, and I don't know if I finished that or not, but talking to Steve was, we're probably just going to be, buying water and filling up totes from Jeff for a little while. If it comes to that.
With him.
Yeah.
Helping him with his animals or, around his property or whatever.
If it comes to that.
Mm-hmm.
When are we moving?
In the springtime.
I think I pretty much just covered that.
Yeah, but just to be more specific, whenever the nights start getting to be about, probably about 40 degrees at night, then we'll go ahead and move. I think that we could camp in 40 degrees and be all right with sleeping bags. But we don't want to move the kids there. We would move now, but in the dead of winter, without a way to stay warm, I don't want the kids to. I don't want that to be their experience right out the gate, because if they are miserable right out the gate, they are going to be. They're not going to want to be there.
Yeah, they're going to hate the whole thing.
They're going to hate it. They're not going to want to be there. Their misery is going to make us miserable, and so we're just going to wait till it starts warming up a little bit.
Yeah, Paul, that's what I said. I go a little too far in between actually shaving my head now. I still keep it shaved, but it just, I go a little too far every now and then.
Yeah. Yeah, glad it's after winter, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's been our plan all along, was wait till the weather started, it started getting a little bit nicer.
And as far as staying warm for next winter, we haven't quite figured that out yet. But we figure we have like a year to plan for that.
Right.
So just worry about the things that come sooner, and then we'll worry about the other things later. So we'll figure out a way.
Yep.
Even if it means that we all have to huddle up in one space at night to sleep. But we'll stay warm. One way or another. We're looking into getting a big, one of those big army tents.
Yeah, but they are expensive.
Expensive for us. If you're talking about like comparing an army tent to buying a new camper, it's not expensive.
No, not at all. But you're talking about a couple $1,000s for a tent.
Right.
Which would be a permanent tent. I mean, it would be, those things are built to last. And, they're built to put wood stoves in and all that kind of stuff. We can even, but the cheapest one I've found is about $2,000. And we just ain't, we're not there yet.
Paul said, "What? No, Jen. Their misery is sounds of joy to you guys when they don't do as they're told later." Yeah. I'm moving there in the spring too. Just signed and FedEx the paperwork today.
Awesome, Steve. Where the Boonville area? Or
was he the one who was talking about moving over there by Mama V?
There was a couple of them talking about it. That's right.
I can't remember what that person's name was. Wiley, check out Army Surplus Auction.
I have been. Yeah, that's what I've been watching. And like I said, the cheapest one I've found is about $1,800 to $2,000, and that was I don't even remember now. I want to say a 20 or 30 foot GP tent, and which would be awesome. I mean, but
hey, Jamie.
Hey, Jamie.
We can't have air conditioning because we'll be running off of a generator.
Yeah. I mean, we're gonna have an air conditioner, but it's probably gonna be something that we, if we get too hot and feel like we need to cool off, we're gonna fire up a generator and let it run for an hour and go cool off. But it's not gonna be anything that we can run all the time.
We actually have a 12-volt one that runs off of solar.
No, it's 110 volts.
Okay.
But it's designed to draw a real low amperage so it can run off of that solar power. And yeah, if I can figure out enough room to put solar panels up and stuff, we do have all that. The only thing we're lacking there is batteries, which is the most expensive part, of course. But I just, right now, with all the tree cover we have, I'm not so sure solar is going to go over well for a while.
Yeah. So we're just going to have to learn how to not use very much electricity, y'all. And Jeff said that until we can get internet, we can use his.
Yeah.
To still do YouTube. So, my next act, Magazine, Arkansas.
Well, that actually says Magazine, Alaska.
Right, yeah. I read it as I figured that's what he meant.
Yeah.
You're lacking sunny spots.
Yeah,
climb trees,
for sure.
Right?
That's what I told Jen. I said if we had to take, I've got some telephone poles up front, if we had to take some telephone poles and get, 30 foot up in the air, we might actually be able to catch some sun rays.
Yeah, because when we bought this place, we were looking for a mountainside in that area, and we got really excited about it. And we never thought about the fact that on the north side of the slope, you don't get a lot of sun.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
There is the opening in the very back. We've showed it on a few of our videos, and there was a guy that had cleared out and had an old shed house put in back there, and it's all gone now. But it's a cleared opening, and but I still don't think it's big enough. I think you would have to go up in the air quite a ways to get the actual sun rays.
Yeah, you need to climb trees, and start topping them, right?
Yeah, that's going to be Jen's job because I don't do that.
Michael's the climber. Michael will climb anything.
About 10 foot off the ground, and I'm done. That's
I don't mind the climbing. I just don't like to think about what would happen if I experience the falling.
Yeah.
But Michael's the climber. And he knows how to use a chainsaw. So the hard part would be getting him to actually use a harness.
Right. Yeah, I don't think you'd ever get him to use a harness.
Yeah. I sat out in the yard at dawn watching sunrise and was in my robe. People saw me, LOL, slowed down, looked like a crazy lady.
Steve said send for DD5. Yeah, maybe he'll be healed up by then.
I was, what was it? I was talking to someone the other day, and they were saying that Mike's banned from doing any tree work until somebody figures out how to build a bubble around him.
So yeah, we're gonna have to start.
When he starts climbing up the lady's legs, he's seen so much drama with older sisters that he's like, nah. He's like, I think I'll just stay single forever. He's like, girls are too much drama.
Yeah.
And especially with the girls that are, I mean, his age. I mean, these girls don't feel like they're cool unless they're putting their bodies on the internet, and he just doesn't seem interested in, finding someone of that caliber. So it's so pretty. We just keep saying, can you believe we live here?
I can't wait to get to come see it.
Yeah.
Check it out, Jamie.
Unfortunately, if we can't make it to the dinner, I guess, that we were invited to, well, we won't be able to check it out until after we move there. When we come to Arkansas, between now and then, it'll mostly be to get to work, or to get work done.
Yeah.
So it'll be, I don't know that we're going to have too much time for visiting. Y'all coming from Little Rock to this? Oh yeah, coming from Little Rock to this, it's crazy nice. Folks are so kind. Till you're caught on their property without permission.
Yeah, right. Till you sit out in your front porch in a robe and start, attracting the wrong kind of attention.
Yeah. Jamie needs a tiger to pet as she's sitting there drinking her coffee. She said, well, holler, we can come help. Hopefully this next time, it'll be, I don't know, at least it'll be the week after Thanksgiving or the week after Thanksgiving. But we, is that next to Fraggle Rock? I remember watching
that. That was one of my favorite shows. I used to love it.
We'll be there for 2 or 3 days, and we'll be bringing the tractor and stuff and chainsaws, and I think it'll be mostly tractor work.
Christmas lights was on also, so she had, it was glowing around her.
Yeah. Shining through her pretty silver
Hey, James.
hair. Yeah. Hey, James.
Oh, accented.
Yeah, right. We're gonna save our family favors for like when we have to dig with shovels and pack tires.
Do the hard stuff.
Yeah. Are you trying to get up for some reason?
No.
You're just trying to get comfortable?
Kind of moving around.
Emmy, can you bring me a cup of water? Yeah, thank you. Hey, Jason, how are you?
Hey, Jason.
I look like an older version of Wiley. Wiley might have competition.
Yeah. Been a little while since Jason's been around.
It hasn't been too long. Maybe a couple weeks, maybe.
Yeah. Actually, the only reason she's been this quiet is because she just come in the front door. She's been out in her room, and she just come in the front door, so.
And she's got headphones in, so she's probably listening to an audiobook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just come in the front door and you're already ordering me around.
Isn't that why you stay in your room?
I only came in to cook
Oh, you're making brownies again?
again because I need it. I love brownies.
Really, Jamie? That's awesome. I don't know if we told you, or you was on there the other day whenever we was talking about it or not, but my uncle told us he'd pay us $1 a piece to haul his tires off. So
we get paid.
that'll at least help with gas money, taking them, taking it over there. Brownies do sound really good.
She made some last night that she put like extra chocolate chips in, and I don't know what else she did.
So,
just chocolate chips.
like a few days ago, she made some that turned out to be cake.
I accidentally used bread flour.
Yeah, she used bread flour instead of regular flour.
And so I went and bought her some more to try again last night, and last night it turned out to be gooey.
Half cooked.
Yeah, half cooked. So
Emily, Uncle Paul says, stop back chatting your parents.
yeah.
Don't shush.
We're a family of crap talkers. If we're not talking crap to each other, we're feeling unloved. Listening, carrying groceries in Walmart was a madhouse.
Yesterday I had to go to the grocery store
Me
yesterday.
too, Jamie.
For some reason. Why did I have to?
Somehow.
To get stuff for dinner?
You made me stop and get stuff for dinner. Both. So I stopped at the Fire Lake, or the grocery store in Tecumseh,
Which is
the
a small
grocery store, and I couldn't even find a parking spot there. Well, luckily about that time, Jen messaged me and said I was probably going to have to go to the big Fire Lake to get the stuff she needed anyway because they don't carry it there. And so I got to the big Fire Lake, and I had to park like 3 miles away to even be able to get in. I don't know why they were so busy.
Because Thanksgiving's in a
But
couple of
usually
days.
it's like that the day or two before Thanksgiving. It's usually not like that.
Speaking of which, when we get off here, I need to talk to Becky and see
Yeah,
what
you
we're
do.
doing. Paul says, plenty of nuts with Jen and Wiley. We're all around variety
yeah,
nuts.
that's right.
Here. That's why Jamie's our friend. I have to do my monthly grocery shopping tomorrow night.
Yeah. That's no fun.
I hate grocery shopping. And I always feel like I've been robbed when I leave the store because, I had a memory pop up on my phone a while back, and it was a picture I had taken of a shopping cart full of groceries all the way to the top, and a receipt in the corner of it that said I had spent $150 or something. And it was a whole grocery cart full of groceries. And I'm like, that is nuts, because now, you can't cover the bottom of the basket without spending $150 at the grocery store.
So Diane Foster said that the grocery stores in Biloxi were and are crowded this week as well. I don't know what's going on. It's weird because normally it's not, like I said, the day or two before Thanksgiving it gets pretty busy, but it's usually not like that this far out.
I wonder if there's something on the news we've missed, because we don't watch mainstream media. Wonder if there's something on the news that we missed, like that toilet paper shortage a couple years ago. Where the media actually created the shortage because they said there was a shortage, so everybody went out and stocked up on it.
Either that, or maybe there's some kind of a
maybe there's something going
sale thing, or because even Jason said even Hobby Lobby was back today. I don't know.
For real, the former owners of our house was the Looney family. We live in the Looney house. That's why the people stopped when they saw you. They were trying to see if you were still the same old lady.
That never happens to me, Jason.
Jamie's gone back home to the Looney bin.
Uh-oh, what happened? Are we alive?
I think so.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know. We cut out on our computer for a second. Went to O'Reilly's, 5 minutes and under $20.
I can't go into O'Reilly's to get a light bulb and come out for under $20.
Yeah, the last ads before Thanksgiving. The funny thing is, the best sales on hams and turkeys were actually in last week's sale. So I got a turkey for 99 cents a pound, which I didn't really have to buy because we already had 2 turkeys in the freezer and we have 2 turkeys in the yard still. But I see meat on sale for 99 cents a pound and I stock up on it. Whether it's chicken or turkey or pork or whatever, if it's 99 cents a pound, I'm buying as much as our budget will let me.
Yeah, right.
I'll usually sacrifice other places so that I can stock up on meat when
the
it's
big
cheap.
grocery store has that quite often.
Yeah.
Like, so.
Yeah. Don't want to give those out.
Shoot, I've got a couple of them laying in the yard out here, Jason.
Probably cost him less to go buy one than it would be for you to sell it,
I had to buy a complete kit to fix the brakes on an old truck I had, and I've still got all the extra pieces out here.
Jamie, didn't you say that the previous owners actually built that place? Or maybe they just built the cabin in the back, like the little cabin? But yeah, Jamie's story, they bought a piece of land, or they bought a piece of property, and the older people that were living there had health issues and had to, I guess, move closer to town or something, and so they had to sell their house.
I hate it when that happens, Jason. Happens to me all the time. I know I've got them somewhere, but I wind up having to go to town and buy new.
Yep. And he's usually like, I've got this extra, I'm going to put it right here for when I need it again. And then he can't remember where that place was that he put it.
Yeah, and it just happened to us here a while back. One of the videos I put out was working on the sawmill trailer. And I know I have valve stems around here somewhere. I was fixing the tires for the sawmill trailer. And so I sent Jen to town to get valve stems, and got home, and the 4 she bought, only one of them fit the wheels that I had. So then I had to go to town and get more. Now I have a whole bunch of valve stems that's left over, and I have no clue where they're at.
So they came in 2 sizes. There was a big one and then a small one. And I asked him what size he needed, and he was like, "Oh, I need 4 big ones." And I was like, "Okay," so I picked those up. Come to find out, he didn't realize till he was changing out the tires and putting the valve stems in that one is big and the other 3 are small ones.
Yeah.
So now we have extra.
He said he knows where his valve stems are. Yeah, but next time I'm going to be looking for something else and find my valve stems, and not what the other thing I'm looking for.
Yep.
Never fails.
We were talking about building a big fancy shop here, but then we decided to buy land in Arkansas, so now we're starting over and we need a house first.
Yeah, I think it's my big fancy shop's going to be a long time coming now.
You probably got at least 5 years.
Unless, we wind up looking out and find one of those GP tents, and then when we move out of the GP tent's going to be my shop.
Ah, yeah, that'll work. For a while, at least. I don't think those things last forever out in the sun and rain with no protection or whatever, but...
Hunters down here are army crawling underneath our wires behind our... My phone was almost dead, so we've got a wire running back there and plugged in, and then we've got a light, and the plug-in's running back. So he's army crawling under everything to get through the house.
And he could have just went through the back door.
Yeah. He just likes to be dramatic.
Yeah, I didn't realize that we have less than a minute. I think Anthony
really?
and Roxanne go live at 5, don't they?
Are they?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, they usually do. I checked earlier to see if they had a live stream scheduled, and they didn't. So, he posted that link again so we can watch it. I'm gonna open it on here.
All right.
I can listen to it while I figure out what to do with dinner.
Thanks, Paul.
Yep.
All guys, we probably better get off here and let you guys go hang. Oh, hi, T.
Hey, T.
And we're getting out of here.
Yeah.
Oh, she been listening and cooking. Oh, okay.
Well, nice.
Okay.
Thank you.
Well, we'll
He
see you
said-
guys later.
They had 12 packs of soda. Buy 2 12 packs and get a third one free. Limit 15. I went to 5 stores and ended up with 60 12 packs. Comes out to $2.50 a 12 pack. I will have enough so I can bring some.
Wow! Holy cow!
Wait, they're live now, I guess.
Oh.
We'll get off here. We don't drink soda, or I don't. He does occasionally, like when we're somewhere and somebody offers one, but other than that, we don't buy soda for the house. But yeah, okay, we're gonna get off here because Anthony and Roxanne are on, so.
Have a great weekend, everybody.
Love
And
y'all.
we'll see
Bye.
y'all next week. Well, we'll see you tomorrow on her.
Oh,
Premiere.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
Because my premiere is at 3 p.m. tomorrow at our mountain home. All right, we'll talk to you guys later. Love you, bye.